Yep, I mean, the big cuts in this match is probably the Kozilek's return.
Yep.
And the stuff that, helps you recast the Kozilek's return.
He's got 2 Dragonlord Atakas, 3 Chandra Callers, and 4 Oath of Nisa. This looks like
oh my
a
god,
very
this handwriting.
old school.
Okay, so...
Yeah, no, I had... I have... Chai Hui, if you're going to watch this on a replay, I have had many encounters with your deck list before, and it was very interesting to read.
Alright, so Chai Hui is on Bunt Humans.
Alright.
Uh,
Man, you're taking some time. I like the look on your face right now.
Bunt Humans, he has a spicy sideboard, Profaner of the Dead.
Yeah, Profaner of the Dead, one of the more interesting cards that he runs in the deck.
It's the kind of card that's really good in the mirror, so I can understand why it's there.
Mm-hmm. Although, if you're casting it, like, you're bouncing all his creatures do have enter the battlefield effects, so I'm not sure whether it's that much value.
Well, it's good if you're going to kill him that turn.
That's true,
I think
that's
bot
true.
stalls would be something that's very common anyway.
Yep, okay. Profaner of Dead returns all creatures or only creatures your opponent controls?
Alright, so Jiahao has just taken a mulligan because he scryed and kept it on top. He kept an Oath of Nissa, which gets him 3 cards deeper. So it's like he scryed 4 instead of 1.
He wants to look for lands right now, and he picks up the red land.
You mean the mountain?
The mountain. Well, it's the land that produces red. Chai Hui has a turn 2 play, which is a Dustwatch Recruiter, which is totally fine. I mean, that's the standard play that you want to go. Although on the first turn, you probably want like a Loam Dryad or something. Alright, Deathcap Cultivator comes down on the second turn. Probably accelerate him to his Explosive Vegetation or his Hadron Archive, which he has 1. 4 Explosive Vegetations, 1 Hadron Archive.
He could also just go into Nissa's Pilgrimage as well.
Swing in, would you? No, I don't think you want to sacrifice your Deathcap Cultivator, right?
Well, I think Chai Hui should be swinging in anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so that...
Okay, so Chai Hui is adjusting the wrong person's life totals. Hopefully it doesn't matter.
Alright, so we have to... He's always the blue player, right? And the other guy's the red player. So we see a waste come down, which will probably reveal that Jiahao is actually playing
some
colorless
amount of Thought Not
cards.
Seers, maybe Reality Smashers. I don't think Warping Whale will be a big consideration at the moment.
Yeah, not right now, and I don't think Warping Wheel does much in this matchup, honestly. There's no instance of sorceries that... there's no sorceries that Chai Hui is playing, so the Warping Wheel is probably just to ramp you up to whichever turn you need to be.
Yep.
He runs 1 Ulamox, the Ceaseless Hunger, but just 1.
Yeah, but that's because he's also playing 4 Sanctum of Ugin, so he does get to search it out when he needs it.
He's got 4 World Breakers to crack the Sanctum of Ugins, but that's it. Like, I would have thought you'd have more.
Yep, okay.
Anyway.
So here Chai Hui just attacks and passes the turn because he wants to flip his guys. So this means that it probably does not have the collected company in hand or even any sort of instant speed interaction.
Yeah.
So it just remains to see like what big monster Jiahao drew. He taps 7 Mars, probably a World Breaker.
Yeah, he's going to eat up one of his lands, probably the blue producing land, which is
likely the Priory Stream. Maybe the Fortified Village.
Nope,
definitely the Priory
Stream.
Yeah.
He's got white sources for this, so I don't think it's...
Yeah, but okay, Chai is a good player, so he just drew a Port Town, and I believe he has the planes in hand to reveal as well.
Alright. I don't think you really want to Reflector Mage that. Every time you cast it, like, it's going to be...
I mean, I can
really
understand that wanting to Reflector Mage it, because it gets him damage, so but he just goes into Dustwatch Recruiter.
And passes. Chai Hui, I think you need to tap your mana.
No,
the Dustwatch Recruiter does cost 1.
It's correct.
Yeah, damn. Okay. I'm a bad player.
Yeah, so it seems like this might go downhill really quickly for Chai Hui if Jiahao has any sort of follow-up.
I see a Dragonlord Ataka in hand. I don't see why you wouldn't just slam the Dragonlord Ataka right here. Yep.
Yeah.
So he kills the Dustwatch Recruiter and the Lambhold Pacifist. Was there a Lambhold Pacifist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I believe he doesn't just want to kill. I'm not sure. It's possible that he should really just be killing both Dustwatch recruiters as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why he would keep the.
Oh, no,
that's a
it's
third
Dustwatch recruiter.
Yeah.
Alright, so they all go down. Piao, piao, piao. He does pick up the
Reflector Mage.
Reflector Mage, yeah.
Reflector Mage not gonna do a lot here.
So seeing the Reflector Mage, we see that Jiahao doesn't attack, otherwise he'd be taking 3 damage, which the life is inverted. Jiahao is on 14 and Chai Hui is on 20. But that will soon change.
I don't know. I mean, I would have attacked.
Really? Well, yeah, you're in no danger of like taking that much.
Yeah, because if he Reflector Mages to Jagular Ataka, I mean, that's good news as well, unless he actually has nothing else in hand. So Chai Hui is going to cast the Lambhole Pacifist. That is a Lambhole Pacifist.
Yep.
And he ships the turn. So that means he probably has
Collector Company in hand? Or at least he's representing Collector Company in hand, yeah?
Could have Ojutai's command as well.
That's true. Okay, finally they adjust the life. Very quick swivel of the mobile phone.
I'm just glad they didn't try to fiddle around with the numbers again. So Chai Hui takes 8 on the chin and goes down to 12. In the meantime, Jiahao is just going to continue ramping.
Pilgrimage. It will help to thin out the deck, yeah.
It will help to thin out the deck, but that's not always statistically significant. So it's more like he just doesn't really have anything in hand, and he just really needs to draw some sort of action. So even a Cold Legs return, he could draw a Hedron Archive. Hedron Archive would be good now. He could draw a Sylvan Advocate.
Hey, he could draw a Chandra, like just replace his entire hand. He does have the Sylvan Advocate, which is well, maybe not very fortunate, but yeah, it's a card. It's a good card now. It's 4/5.
Yep. So Chai Hui untaps and draws. So now we know that he has a Reflector Mage in hand. He did not cast anything, which means that he doesn't have the company. It's more like to be an Ojutai's command. But even if he,
if it was an Ojutai's command, wouldn't you hit the Sylvan Advocate?
Yeah.
Sylvan Advocate and then bring back the Dustwatch Recruiter.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possible he just has nothing.
Oh, okay. Stone, nothing.
So I mean, in this case, the bluff on his end didn't work so well. Yeah. I don't think the green-red deck responds very well to bluffs anyway. Because
they'll just do whatever they want, right? And just cast. So he's got.
So he's gonna cast a Reflector Mage here. Probably on the Dragonlord Ataka. It's not a great look though.
Man, that's tough. I think one of the problems with the ramp deck is that it kind of runs out of gas quite quickly. Like you ramp up to your big spells.
So you need your big spells to win the game pretty quickly.
Yeah, but if they can deal with your big spells, then you
can't really afford to stall out. But Chai Hui's hand seems to be looking very awkward. So even though he did cast a Reflector Mage, it didn't really lead to a tempo advantage anyway. So normally the Bind Humans deck wants to cast a Reflector Mage and attack, but in this case he's not even able to do that. So he whiffs he doesn't whiff, he gets a Knight of the White Orchid, which is definitely going to find the plains.
Will it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Oh yes, it's 6 lands against like 10, 11.
Oh. And so what are your outs here right now? I mean, you are trying to look for a displacer, yeah?
I'm not sure.
But Dragonlord Ataka's going to hit the next turn, so... Does the deck run a displacer?
No, it doesn't run displacers. What it does have is Ojutai's command.
Oh, okay, so this is actually a Bun Humans?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Here I was thinking it was...
Yeah, okay, so Jiao elects... Jiao can't cast the Dragonlord Ataka again, so he goes Hedron Archive to look for cards.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he hits his Ulamog at any time, it's gonna look pretty bad. So that's the Sanctum that will hit the Ulamog. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a way to trigger the Sanctum just yet.
Yeah, but he's still got Dragonlord Ataka to cast, which you might be fearing the Ojutai's command. Right here.
I don't think you can cast it yet because it got Reflector Maged, right?
No. That was last turn.
Okay. Yeah, so he just goes
So right
for it
now it's
anyway,
right.
and Chai just lets it resolve.
Yeah, he didn't have the blue mana for Ojutai's command.
He
yeah,
does.
that's
The
true.
parry stream is there.
Now he does. But thanks for the keen eye substand.
Yep, so the Taka is going to try to kill a Dustwatch Recruiter and a Lamphold Pacifist, I believe.
Alright, so
So
Chaihu is
he
just going to activate the Dustwatch Recruiter, finds another Knight of the White Orchid. Activates again. He is going to find... Oh man, he whiffs, and there goes two Dromoka's Command and a Collector Company to the bottom of the deck. The Dromoka's Command not very significant, but the Collector Company definitely could have done a lot of work in this case. You want to find, well, two Reflector Mages. There's what? One...
Yeah.
Another one in hand?
I mean, so now all that's left for Jia Hao to do is really just attack.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I think it's safe right now to go in with at least one of the World Breaker and the Advocate.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with both because the Advocate has Vigilance.
The Advocate will probably trade off. It'll be Charm Block. Although...
Double blocked?
No, he can't take the 8 and the 5. He'll just die.
Well, he can't take the 8 because
Yeah.
it's summoning 6. So it's a 5 and 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
My bad. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
he
I think
takes-
the death of the Advocate, does it put Jia Hao up to Delirium?
Does it?
Because if it does, that means the Cultivator can attack as well.
Oh. Right, there's a
there's an
sorcery.
archive.
Sorcery. Sorcery, artifact, and creature, and that's about it.
Yeah, because I know he cast a Pilgrimage before.
Yeah, he casts a pilgrimage. The two
Oh, it's
sorceries.
Explosive Vegetation, yeah.
Explosive vegetation. Yeah. All right. So the now the White Orchid finds the Prairie Stream. It's gonna cast a Reflector Mage, trying to push back the Dragonlord Ataka, probably. Phew.
Yeah, but, well, it does feel like such a losing battle. So now that
Well, you never give up, You never give up. So he pumps his entire team. They all get +1/+1 counters, which can be quite significant now, because he can't profitably hit in with his World Breaker. Although he can just try to swing in with his World Breaker, get it killed and then get it back.
Well, I don't
it again, break the Sanctum of Ugin, and then look for...
Yeah, the thing is, I don't see Chai Hui blocking everything with the World Breaker either.
That's true.
It's more like that.
He'll probably not attack.
He'll either
this
charm
turn.
with the Thalia's Lieutenant or hope to attack with everything next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Jia Hao is quite far away from a lethal attack as well.
All right. So what can Jia Hao die to next turn? Oh, okay. He cast another Death Cap.
Let's see. The truth is not that much.
Another Thalia's Lieutenant. Would that do the trick? I mean, right now he casts the Death Cap Cultivator, so he's got creatures to block. Unless, of course, there's a Declaration in Stone which gets rid of both the Death Cap Cultivators.
Yeah, but if there's a Declaration of Stone, it really should be going towards either the attacker that's in Jia Hao's hand
Or the
World Breakers,
World
so he can't get it back either.
Well, the Bunhumans deck doesn't play what you call it.
So that's the second
Declaration
Thalia's
of Stones.
Lieutenant.
Really good. I like that card. So Thalia's Lieutenant. So all of them are at least 3 power with the
Yeah.
Reflector
So
Mages
what?
being 4 power.
So I mean, the significance of this is that the Dragonlord attacker can only kill at most one guy plus the fresh Thalia's Lieutenant.
No, it will probably kill like both Thalia's Lieutenant just to stop it from growing. I think it can be quite significant. Another Thalia's Lieutenant will bring the board up to a point where it is just very, very difficult to deal with. But with the Dragonlord, coming down this turn, there doesn't seem to be, any way to...
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
So it's quite likely that Jia Hao is just going to ram the Dragonlord Ataka for the 3rd time in this match.
It has dealt a total of 15 damage.
Yeah,
that
it's
card.
it's not something you get to do very often at all
in
in any match.
Very... But I think in this case you want to get rid of the Reflector Mage, or at least one of the Reflector Mages, just in case. But if you knew the deck, then I think you know that it doesn't run the displaces.
So Chaihui is not showing any evidence of having the mana to use Eldrazi Displacer.
Right. So Chandra. Oh, okay, that's smart.
So it's a General Attacker and a Chandra, and I'm not sure if that is lights out yet. I mean, it should be very close. So you just dealt 1 to everything, and then minus the Chandra off to kill everything.
Yep.
Including his own Deathcap Cultivator. So now this leaves the coast clear for a World Breaker attack, which will bring Chaihui down to 1?
No,
4.
4. He was on 9. So unless Chaihui draws something good. Nope. He has the last Talia Sultan in hand, which would have made that team significantly
no, he did
larger.
not. So out of this, Chaihui is likely to bot in Griff's Boon, Negate, probably the last Tireless Tracker, maybe the Segada, and some Stasis Snares as well.
Will Griff's Boon actually be useful though? The Wall Breaker can block creatures with flying.
Alright, does have reach, so maybe not the Griff's Boon then.
Yeah, and the Griff's Boon will die, like it will get exiled to the Wall Breaker.
Just looking at his list, he's probably going to take out all the Dromoka's commands. They don't seem overly useful in this matchup. So that would probably leave space for some amount of Negates and Gideons. I'm not sure about them Protector. Maybe the Tireless Tracker and the Singleton Segada as well.
Alright, so looking at Jia Hao's deck list, the sideboard kind of looks like, well, there are a few deck cards in his deck, so let's just look at the deck first. I think you can definitely take out the Warping Whales. It won't have any effect in this matchup. 2 Reality Smashers are good, but Reflector Mages are the bane of Reality Smashers. So I'm not quite sure what you can put in here though. Maybe a Void Winnower.
I could see putting in the Tireless Tracker.
Just as an early blocker.
Tracker, maybe Offshoot if blocking is really all you want to do.
Okay. So the Jadi Offshoot seems fine. I think it will help you gain quite a lot of life at the beginning of the game. Just making sure that you can sustain all the way to a point where you can cast your World Breakers and stuff like that. And it does survive the Kozilek's return. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think the tracker is probably pretty good in the abstract. I'm just not sure if it's good in this particular matchup.
Yeah, it does gain you some card advantage, although definitely very prone to Reflector Mage, as are all creatures. So yeah. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Win an EMA Box tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts, alongside Wilfred, who's here at the table commentating on the match between Chaihui and Jia Hao.
I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I'm just talking about shit as I look at it.
Yeah, I just grabbed you in with like one of those sideshow Bob canes, wrung you by the neck, and you sit here and watch the screen, and we'll talk about Magic, and maybe sometimes not talk about Magic at all. Unfortunately, we've been talking about Magic all the time. Is that Pikachu mad upside down?
No, I think he actually wants it to face his opponent.
Oh, okay.
The cuteness of the Pikachu will distract your opponent into making mistakes.
Pika!
Of course, it really doesn't work if your opponent does not know what a Pokemon is.
Oh, man. But they're using their own playmats. Why you don't want to use the Magus of the Moo playmat? Why? It's so pretty, although it's very distracting and very loud. We're creating custom playmats for the play area. I hope they come soon. I hope we do send it out for printing in the first place.
I mean, he's basically put playmats on playmats, right?
Very meta, very meta.
Yeah, so he has to, mark his territory a little bit. There's also a bigger Pikachu over the little Pikachu.
Yeah. It's a Pikachu Shadow. It's like the Pikachu Aura. It's made by Ultra Pro. That's interesting. So are the Star City Games playmats. So what's the difference?
It has a Pikachu on it. Star City Games playmats do not have Pikachus on them.
Do you use playmats?
No.
No, why not?
Because at tournaments, it's quite normal that there usually isn't space to put your playmats, or you have to sort of like elbow other people out or overlap your playmats, and then like what's the point anyway? Well, it keeps your cards clean, man. I've learned since my time in Porto is that
cards tend to gather up water and dirt very easily, especially during winter. Although in Singapore, we don't get winter.
Yeah, we get some
we get-
amount of water.
Yeah, but we do get like a lots of humidity. So yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
your cards kind of collect dust.
Yeah, I
very
mean, and the
easily.
other thing is
Like
that, well, there's a bit of gamesmanship involved as well.
Why?
Because
Explain.
depending on where your playmat comes from, it can tell your opponent like how experienced you are.
So what? A top 8,
Well,
top
like
8
a- like-
WMCQ.
Like a top 8 game day playmat means that your opponent probably isn't very good if that's the best playmat he can bring out.
Okay.
Uh,
However,
if
your
it's a
playmat's
if it's a
coming out-
GP playmat, then you know that he travels some amount of time to play GPs.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's slightly more serious. If it's a pro player, you recognize him off the cuff. So I mean, I rather just let my opponent think I'm a scrub, and not use a playmat at all.
How about then just buy a random ass playmat? Like I use Starfield, some Starfield.
It's also
playmat.
heavy. Well, it's not heavy.
It's not heavy, man. It's just a playmat. Well, it's cumbersome to set up also, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I can't even be bothered to bring my own dice. What makes you think I'll bring my own playmat?
You don't even bring your own deck. What the hell?
Yes, I do.
Well, yeah, sometimes, like randomly on the off chance. Anyway, we're back here for game 2 of round 4 of the Win and EMA Box.
Yep. So both players keep their hand. Chai lays a pot on tapped, even though he has the land in hand. Doesn't want to review that much about his hand just yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have to anyway. He doesn't have a turn 1 play, so that's fine.
So the Oath of Nissa finds a Sancta of Ugin. So it tells you that if the game goes long, we probably will see an appearance from Ulamog.
Alright, so he's got a game trail here, which he can't really lay properly yet, which means that he'll probably cast his his Deathcap Cultivator. He's got another Deathcap Cultivator in hand as well. I'm wondering whether he has got a Nissa's Pilgrimage that would definitely accelerate him beyond a point where...
Okay, so Chai does bring in the Gris Boon.
Alright, so Gris Boon gonna deal
3
damage, yeah. Sorry.
Wait, what creature is that?
Is that a Dustwatch Recruiter?
Probably.
Okay. So yeah, are we considering casting?
Oh no, it's a Lamphold Pacifist.
Oh, it's a
So
Lamphold
which is why
Pacifist,
Jiao is
alright,
at
so-
16.
All right. Okay. Good point.
Yep, so
Nice.
now we see a Sylvan Advocate
Mm-hmm.
and a second Deathcap Cultivator.
So
So Jiao threatening 6 mana worth of spells next turn. So that could mean any number of things. From Chandra to absolutely nothing.
let's put a timeout. All right. Well, everybody's gotta love magic, yeah.
I'm sure Jesus is really just someone you know.
Jesus. We don't allow that shit in our chat, yo.
Censorship.
Censorship, yeah, exactly.
Restricting
Come on, we
free
are.
speech.
Hey, we are living in Singapore.
Where's your
to-
freedom?
Oh.
Alright, so Chai did not bother the Dromoka's commands. Also, clearly he knows something that we do not. So the Lamphold Passive is going to fight one, and yep, it's just going to eat the Deathcap Cultivator.
Alright,
It's,
so,
it's also going to deal an additional power damage. It brings Xiahao to 11 and just 4 mana next turn.
So yeah, from this I think we know that Jia Hao's kind of facing a mana problem. Although if he did keep that Deathcap Cultivator, he would have 6 mana this turn, which wouldn't do
Yep.
much.
So I mean, Chai is basically committed to winning the early game, at least on the play.
Yep.
So I mean, I feel that even if Jiahao didn't block at all, it's quite like the Dromoka's command would have gotten cast for extra damage anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It would have killed
So
his
Jiahao
Silver
passes the
Advocate.
turn, and
Oh
now we see a
man,
bunch
we
of
see
very angry werewolves
Yeah.
coming his way. I'm not sure what his deck has in the way of instant speed removal.
only a Kozilek's Return, which is not going to do much to 4/4 Lamphold Pacifist. They do not get the counter though, but they're just going to swing in. Let's see what happens.
Alright, so Jiahao is thinking very hard. I'm not sure what he could have.
Collect the company. Alright, so he's going to deal 2 damage to that Lamphold Pacifist, and yeah, at the end step,
So
cast
it's quite
the.
like that he's just trying to survive until he can cast something that Takes
that
two.
is
That
large
lets him
enough.
recast the Kozak's return, but it seems
Yeah,
like
but
he's
he's-
just pretty far away
Exactly, and
and
he needs to get rid of
not
that
exactly
Grace Boon.
moving fast on the land front as well. And I believe this is lethal damage he's facing down.
Yep. It's gonna be 6 damage in the air. Fly. So you need to deal with the flyer. Does he have clip wings in his sideboard? No, he doesn't. And yeah, there goes the game. So they are 1-1, both of them. The decks are kind of close. Chai Hui did get a pretty good, definitely a very good hand. And well, it's a very strong card to have. Yeah, you're right. He did bought in the Grace Boon. You want to be quite aggressive, but would you bought it out now since you're going? Since you're on the play, on the draw, or do you stick to the plan that you can race him?
I think the reason Chari kept the Dromoka's commands is just because he feels that he needs to win the early game.
Yeah,
Such
but you
that
can't
the-
stop the.
Such that the late game either won't matter,
Okay.
or he can attack around creatures or something like that, or to give him a chance in the late game anyway. So it's quite likely that he did not bring in the negates, because he probably feels that Ram spells are not worth the counter magic and taking up the extra slots in his hand.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So it's more likely that he did bring in the stasis snares.
But I think here you want the negates more than the Dromoka's command.
It's possible that Dromoka's command is better at pushing damage, because the Dromoka's command can also
Right, but you're on the draw now. You are just slightly behind.
yeah. So the Dromoka's command can stop the Kozak's return from dealing damage as
No,
well.
it can't. Can it?
On cast,
Oh, instead of sorcery,
on
right?
cast,
Right,
not
okay,
on return. I don't think you can do it on the return of Kozak's
okay.
return.
No, the return, yeah. The
'Cause
return
it's not
of
a
course.
sorcery spell or something like that.
Right, it's just a trigger. Ay,
Yeah.
wait, let's go double check. Kozilek's return. Alright, so Kozilek's return says whenever you cast an Eldrazi creature spell with converted mana cost 7 or greater, you may exile Kozilek's return from your graveyard. If you do, alright, so
I
yeah,
think
it's just a
counts
trigger.
It counts as ability and not a spell.
Yeah, so it's a trigger ability.
Yep. So we see Chai Hui is boarding out some cards. So
Mhm.
that's 3 cards. It could be just the 3 Grease Boon that he did board in the first place,
Yeah.
as a trick to try to get Jiahao to board in some anti-flyer technology.
However, Jiahao, like we know from the deck, doesn't have any from the deck list doesn't have any anti-flyer technology except for the World Breakers. So, oh well.
So it's possible that he did board out other things as well, because we've been wrong about this before.
Yeah, we're always wrong about this. Since when? I'm okay. Are you okay?
Why would I not be okay?
I don't know. We are a bit tired though. I have to admit that. But we're doing fine. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Win and EMA Box at Grey Ogre Games. It's a standard tournament. We're in round 4. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Wilfred.
Alright, so the players here are now at 3-0. This will be a 6-round tournament, 6-round Swiss tournament. So
Do we have a...
the winner of this match will be able to double draw into the top 8.
Oh, we have top 8 too.
I believe so, because we are playing for an EMA box.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I guess if you have 6 rounds, like you can't just leave it up to fate, right? Whew. I suspect the finals will just be a draw. But of course, you want definitely just want
Probably
to
a
win
split
the...
of some sort.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
so
can you split the EMA box 8 ways? 3 packs each.
I mean that's very mediocre, isn't it?
Yeah, that is very mediocre. Although you get 3 packs, you get 1 box split 8 ways, which is very weird. And well, you still do get packs on top of that. So
Alright, so both players kept their hand. Chai draws his card and starts thinking. Maybe he's thinking about why he kept that hand. He doesn't feel so smart right now.
there's a Ojutai's command in it, and lands enough lands to cast the Ojutai's command.
Just
So
lands,
it's okay.
but perhaps there isn't that much pressure.
Yeah, I don't think there's much pressure. Looks like there's 2 stasis snares. Does he have stasis snare in his sideboard? Yep.
He has 2
So
stasis snares.
So he does have the 2 stasis snares that he sideboarded in hand or it looks like. Down comes the Sylvan Advocate, a very good. Alright, technology, trying to figure it out. Yeah, alright, that's a good one. So he cast a Lamhawk Pacifist, a 3/3, very big,
Alright,
very strong.
okay, so Chai Hui just drew a Gideon ally of Zendika.
Mm-hmm. Which makes his hand very, very good. He can drop the Reflector Mage the next turn and just bounce back the.
Alright, so Xiao passes the turn, and the Lamhawk Pacifist should be flipping.
Alright, so Yes, okay, so I have to explain the new rules for misflip triggers on dual face cards.
Okay.
So if at a competitive REL, which we are operating here right now, if there's a miss trigger, if there's a missed trigger, your opponent gets to decide, and if it's caught, your opponent gets to decide whether or not to flip the card.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of rewinding to a point where they can flip the card. Right, so also another card that has been stolen from me. Yeah.
Okay, so what we do see here is Chai Hui casting a Jomoka's command. To get the Lamhawk Pacifist to kill a Silver Advocate and attack
And
for
then
4
swing
points.
4. Yep.
So Tiao's already at 12.
So right, if he draws another land here, wow, okay. So he can.
He draws another land now. What does that get him? It gets him to World Breaker?
No, it gets him to Dragonlord Attacker.
Okay. So Dragonlord Attacker just kills the Gideon. And you better believe that the Stasis Snare is going to come out from Chai Hui right now.
Or the Reflector Mage at least.
More likely the Stasis Snare.
No, I don't think you want to cast the Stasis Snare because, man, that's a bad idea. Because if you cast the Stasis Snare, it's going to okay, now on the wild. Okay, if you cast the Stasis Snare, like it's gonna eat the Dragonlord Attacker, fine. But the World Breaker on the back of that is gonna eat the Stasis Snare. And
so the
Dragonlord
Reflector Mage
Attacker
is coming down right now. Off the Knight of the White Orchid.
Alright.
So this gives Chai Hui more attackers as well, which validates the Reflector Mage play, because the Stasis Snare doesn't get you attackers.
Alright, so at this point of time, actually, Dustwatch Recruiter needs to flip back, but they are missing all their triggers. He did cast the Knight of the White Orchid and the.
Yep, that's true.
Or is that a face down creature?
I
think
it's a Knight token.
Oh, that's a Knight token.
But it also should have Vigilance, so it should be tapped anyway.
No, it doesn't have Vigilance.
The Knight doesn't have Vigilance?
No, it doesn't. It's just a 2/2
What was
Knight
the card
ally.
that made Knight tokens with Vigilance?
Man, that's a sorcery. That's like a sorcery spell, not this.
Okay, so we see a World Breaker now, and he's just facing down a lethal attack.
Yeah.
Yep, and we can expect to see the handshake right now. There we
Very
go.
Good. All right, so that ends the game between Chai Hui and Jia Hao.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we see that the power of the Pikachu playmat is doing quite well.
Really, we're gonna put it down to the playmat? Yeah, I guess so. Anyway,
I mean, we're not going to put it down to play skill, right?
I don't know. Yeah, ban humans, priest. Man, it's stupid good, man. That deck is stupid good. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Win and EMA Box tournament at Grey Ogre Games. It's a standard tournament. We'll be here for another 2 more rounds of standard play of Swiss.
Yep,
rounds.
And please tune in to watch everyone fight it out for an EMA box, which once again is more than a Platinum Pro gets for showing up at a Pro Tour.
Awesome. All right, so
these are real prizes we're playing for here, guys. All right, so unfortunately I have scheduling issues, so I will need to sign out. You will be joined by Mick and a replacement commentator, a secret tag team partner at the start of round 5.
Senior tag team.
See you, everyone.
Senior tag team partner.
Secret tag team partner.
Oh, okay. I thought you said senior tag team partner. So.